Hi Aries, happy birthday. Happy birthday to those that I have missed. I know I wanted to try to catch you right on that birthday line, but of course I didn't. So happy birthday Aries. I hope you have a wonderful month, March and April. I hope you have a wonderful life from this point on. Maybe for some of you this is a changing point. Just let me move my computer around. Okay, so this reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Those that were just guided here, don't worry about what planet you had. If you're guided to click on the channel, then chances are there's a message in here for you. If not, the whole storyline. So we'll see. You definitely want to trust your intuition and just kind of let go of the outcome and just let it flow naturally. Okay. So I'm going to use, for this month, I'm going to use the Angel Tarot by Doreen Virtue. And I don't know what clarifiers yet. We'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. One more shuffle. One more. Perfect. Okay, I feel like we should take the top card. We have the Two of Cups. No wonder I felt like we should take this card. So we have the Two of Cups. Opening up your reading, Aries. I feel whether this is talking about a love relationship or not, I feel, well, okay, it's definitely talking about love. But I also feel like it's also talking about I feel like something turning around. Let's get our cards out. I feel like something is turning around within that energy. So whether that's an existing relationship or one that has yet to become a relationship. We have the Five of Cups. Geez, we have the Ten of Swords. We have the Five of Pentacles. What's going on here, Aries? I have the Six of Wands, Six of Fire. I have the King of Wands. Beautiful. We have the Ace of Cups. So I do feel like something is turning around for the better. And I feel like putting the Ace up top there. Let me bring this down. These cards are a little larger, so we don't have as much table room. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the Tarot Illuminato, and I'm going to put a card on each card. So we're going to kind of build this up and then break it down. So I have, feels like a lot of emotions coming into April. I am doing this, I believe it is the 28th. So we only have 3 days left of March. So it definitely feels like, you know, you're coming into April already feeling you know, I have the Ten of Swords here, and I know that it's connected to this water, this emotion. But the Ten is also about endings. And I'm just going to say for a few of you, well, okay, let's look at this Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is that energy of crying over spilt milk, of usually a relationship not turning out the way that we had hoped. It can be the energy of missing someone. Yet the energy within the Five of Cups is not so much about what we're fixated on, but what we're missing, what we're not seeing or feeling or realizing, which definitely has to do with someone that you love. And with the Ten of Swords here, you know, I'm not going to pretend that this relationship was all hunky-dory. There may have been a lot of manipulation going on. Doesn't have to be a lot, but enough. Enough where you felt it, you realized it. This could certainly be you also, though. Remember that. I do feel like, you know, there is a change coming. Something is, and then we don't want to forget we have this Ace of Cups, right? Which is really like an extra card here. So I do feel like a few of you are trying again. And I like with the Ace of Cups here because I feel like, you know, with the Ace of Cups, I know that spiritually you have grown. Spiritually they have grown. Because the Ace of Cups brings us the possibility of really great love. Yet, to have that really great love, there's things that maybe we needed to look at. Ace of Cups can also be your intuition really being enhanced, which I feel for April. Many signs, many people are going to be almost awakened to their spirituality, whatever level that is, okay? I feel it myself. I feel the change myself. You know, like, let me just give you a small example. You know, my ears don't ring very often. But when they do, they seem to ring in a certain tone, okay? Which is probably just the human function of the ear. But lately that tone has gone up about 5 octaves. And it's such a big change in the sound that it just is so noticeable to me. And I know that's part of this continued awakening that I'm going through. You know, I don't feel that we ever completely reach nirvana. I mean, how can we? In 16, 17. So that's an 8. You know, we have an 8 up here, which is really the sign of strength, infinity. And down here we have 11, which is the master year that we're in. 11 can also talk about twin flame energy. And I could see that here because I do feel like some of you are repeating. Should I say repeating? I don't know if that's the right word. Because I feel like you're going back into a relationship. And repeating is the wrong word because, again, I feel two people who have, let's just say, evolved spiritually. You may have lived together before. And I do have the King of Fire down here, which would be a fire sign, Aries. I just forgot all the other fire signs. That's crazy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this could be with another fire sign like yourself. Or this could be you, too. Let's remember that. What I love is I have the Six of Wands right in the middle here. And the Six of Wands is victory. It is about good news coming in. A change that definitely moves you forward. And don't forget this ace come out after the spread. Okay, let's do what we were going to do. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get out of here. 5, 6. Well, I love that. Okay. Let me pull my chair in. Okay, so on the Two of Cups, we have the High Priestess. This is the Tarot Illuminato, by the way. So we have the High Priestess on the Two of Cups. Well, you know, when I was feeling evolving spiritual levels, I can see why the High Priestess would come out. You know, I'm wondering if the High Priestess is working together, you know, almost like your partner. I want to say your partner in crime. I don't know why. But the High Priestess stands between good and bad, dark, you know, dark and light, that type of thing, for your protection. Number 2, which is sitting on the 2. Synchronicity? Maybe. Okay, let's keep going. Look at this. We have the Lovers on the 5 of Cups. We have Temperance on the 10 of Swords. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Look at this. We have the Ace of Pentacles on the 5 of Pentacles. We have the Fool on the 6 of Wands. So we have that victory, and it's time to go. By the way, the Fool was looking right back at this Ace of Pentacles. So it's something within this Ace of Pentacles that's going to get you moving again. Okay? And, oh my gosh, the Ace of Swords on the King of Wands. Wow. I honestly feel like the High Priestess, what she's doing here is almost giving us recognition that this is the right path. That the spiritual journey that you have been on yourself has not gone unnoticed. It's almost like the reward of. You know, to receive information from the High Priestess. You could look at the High Priestess even as your higher self. But to receive information, to get a glimpse, to get a feeling of what's coming. The High Priestess asks us to quiet our mind, right? So this is not about thinking things through. This is about following my gut, trusting my intuition. My feelings are guiding me here. My feelings are guiding me within this love, good or bad, by the way. You know, we get a lot of intuition about trying to move us out of something that is not positive for us, but we tend to ignore that. But it's our right, you know, because we do have free will. But I feel like you will be missing quite an experience if, so, you know, clearly someone is thinking no. And to you, I feel like saying, well, I'm going to say, you're going to miss quite the experience, quite the soul blessing. And why would you miss it? Well, I feel it must be something within the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, first we're going to remember that it's a 10. So it's coming to an end. So it's showing me a period of time, especially in, you know, whether we want to say this is weekly, though I don't feel like it's weekly. You know, no, I don't. Let's put it this way. This feels, the pain feels like it's been there, yet it still feels recent at the same time. So it's something that I'm not letting go of. Maybe I don't have clarity over. I feel like it's, of course, something that happened to you. This could be like a real mess in communication between two people. This could certainly be the energy of one moment you're talking and the next someone just goes silent on you. What's that name? They ghost you? Ghosting or something like that. Forgive me, I'm over 50. That's no excuse, right? Because I feel like we were together, and then I feel like we're apart. And to me, it doesn't even matter how long we've been separated. The pain feels as fresh as the day that it happened. Oh boy. But you have temperance on top of that. And I find that quite lovely. You know, if you look at temperance, look at the water exchanging from cup to cup. Nothing is broken. Nothing is falling on the ground, right? It's like attracting like. It's magnetic, so to speak. The water instinctively knows where to go. Definitely feels like two people here. And temperance coming in between. Temperance really feels like she is orchestrating this next time of your life, which I love because this is about divine timing. And this 10 coming to an end. But what it also tells me, and I know you're going to get mad, but it does show me that whatever was in this 10 of Swords Okay, we can look at this a couple different ways. We can say that there was a lesson if we want to grow. I feel like a lot of you have picked it up though, because I do feel like though the pain is fresh, I feel that this is about you looking at it, understanding it more. I don't think Temperance asked us to come to her with balance and complete forgiveness and no recollection of the past. That would be impossible. If we're being realistic here, Temperance knows you're in a human body. You have free will. But what she does ask you to do is to come to her with your best self, as much balance as you can, with open eyes, open ears, and open arms. The ability to continue to learn from this. I am feeling all of a sudden like both of you. It's almost like both of you receiving the same lesson. Apart, but receiving the same lesson. I wouldn't be surprised for some of you if whoever this person is for you, if they don't come to you with some type of remark of, I don't know, like saying something like, you won't believe this, the weirdest thing happened to me. Or, I had this dream and it felt so real. Synchronicities, signs. Yet I feel like one of the parties, and I do feel like this is the other party, not quite being on, let's just put it this way. They probably don't listen to tarot readings, right? They probably aren't invested so much in their spirituality. They're busy living life. By the way, that's, right or wrong. You can do whatever you want with your life. But this is about divine timing. So it's showing me what's ever coming together is coming together when it was meant to. When you have the best possibility of having the best experiences within this relationship. It's teaching you unconditional love. Now, I just want to say something, because I can already hear it in my mind all, this person abused me, this person did that. You have to understand that, well, again, it's your choice. I'm not going to say that people can't change, because they can, and they do. It doesn't mean you should automatically just jump in and trust. But remember that we opened the reading with the High Priestess asking you, telling you that the answers coming are through your feelings. Now, okay, I got to explain that too, because not so much your emotional feelings, but within your gut. That feeling of when you're almost sick to your stomach because you know something doesn't feel right, but you keep pushing through it. That's what I mean. Okay. Hello, we do have the Lovers in between. So this is definitely the feeling of being bound to someone, right? Feeling, I was going to say tied to someone, but I feel it's much deeper than that. Whether it's karmic, soulmate, twin flame, there is that feeling of being bound to each other. Sitting on top of the Five of Cups, I feel like this is also about two people working on this energy. So I feel what it's saying is someone is concentrating on the loss versus what is still yet to be gained. You know, I want to take another card on the Lovers real quick. Let's get a little bit more clarification. Just for the Lovers and the Five Cups. Lovers and the Five Cups. Which, by the way, is a 5 and then a 6. And an 11. Twin flame. So for some of you, this is definitely a twin flame. I have the 4 of Swords. I have the 4 of Swords, the Moon, and the 9 of Cups. And we're looking at the Lovers and the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups, I feel like everything is lost. There's nothing, I cannot regain what I have lost. I'll never get over what I have lost. So I'm concentrating on the loss. And I'm not thinking about the possibilities that can come. The High Priestess, I'm going to pay attention to what can come and not so much what I think I've lost. Because really, what I've lost, Temperance is showing that you were meant to go through that time period. Especially if this is twin flames coming back together. And, you know, I'm just realized I have the Lover sitting next to Temperance also. Then we have, again, the 4 of Swords, the Moon, and the 9 of Cups. You know, the 4 of Swords here, for some of you, you could certainly be dreaming about a person, this person. Even if you've never met them before, you could still have a dream of a twin flame. This is about thinking things over, being rational though. I often feel like this person is willing to fall on their own sword for the truth, for the real truth, even if I am part of, let's say, what feels like a mess up or the breakup, whatever it is. I'm willing to even fall on my own sword. So I'm willing to face my own truth of the matter. How was I in the relationship? How am I in a relationship? Look at that. You got the beautiful Mother Mary looking over you, sending you blessings. Clearly sending you blessings. 9 of Cups, this is about a wish. It's about the journey first. And then we get to the wish card, right? So what's before the 9 is the 8, which is about the desire. So it's through my own desire that this 9 of Cups shows up for me. I'm co-creating. You know, sometimes I feel like this is the first cup and this is the 9th cup. Like this is my seed of intention that I planted. And as I go along, I water, I nurture, I try to understand until I come to the last cup. The last cup is also about self-love. Because this is about then moving into a relationship and being ready for it, though. Being ready. And then we have the moon in between. So this could be Pisces, could be Cancer. I hate to skip Scorpio. But more than anything, I feel that because we've taken this time, whether we're forced into this or not, sometimes we're forced to see our own ways. And this is not about putting the blame on you, not at all. It's only about seeing our part in it. What could we have done better? What should we have not accepted? We learned, even if it was at our own expense. But through that, it's like the ebbs and flows of life. You can look at this as the wheel. You're now moving to the top of that wheel with a lover. Okay. Alright, we're going to go back now and let's look at the High Priestess with the Two of Cups and see if there's anything else that wants to come out on that. So you're looking at the B and J and I'm like, Bobby Joe, Billy Joe. What I do love is we have two twos here. So this is showing me the balance. This is also showing me the beginning, right? The beginning, even if it's again. And by the way, the Ace of Cups there, for some of you, this could absolutely be new love coming in. Doesn't always have to be for a person, can be for a passion. You know, especially with the Ace of Pentacles over this Five of Pentacles. I felt this definitely in March for some buying a new home. Really, with the full looking in, it's almost like unlimited. Whatever it is, wherever you want to take that Ace of Pentacles. But that's about abundance. And it has something to do with your home life. Maybe you're moving. Well, for some of you certainly can be with the Ace of Swords following that. Okay. Just one card, just one card. One or two. Oh my. We have the Star card. Another Wish card. Card of Aquarius. And then we have the King of Swords. Could certainly be an Aquarius. Gemini, Libra. But we have two cards that stand for Aquarius. Dawning of a new day. We now have three cards that talk about your wish. Your seeds of intention. I feel like it's saying, you didn't give up. Like you did not give up. I'm noticing, I don't know how big this star is. It's really standing out to me. And it feels like that energy of, I believe in miracles because I've had them before, but I almost feel like it's the same for some of you, like hang on to your hat. You know, she's looking right at this king. And, you know, the King of Swords stands for the truth. In the upright. He is the truth. He brings the truth. He brings clarity. He operates from that higher self. Not always, but. And I just, I just feel like for some of you, this is the King of Swords that you're waiting to come back. Or you are the King of Swords and you're going back. Coming back together. Now, because we have twin flame energy on the board, that doesn't always mean that we've been with them in this lifetime then. So we have to take that into consideration also. Because the High Priestess being here, I do feel like she's also talking about dream energy. Visiting your twin in, well, you astral project, right? And I kind of love that because, when you meet, you'll know it. You know it. You feel like you've known this person all your life, and you have. Their energy. It's almost like waking up from amnesia. Slowly coming out of a coma. To the point when I recognize who this person is. Not just in this lifetime, though. Okay. So that's all great news. Alright, by the way, I do have the card Gemini here too. I don't want to leave that out. I think I'm going to look at the Ten of Swords and Temperance. It's funny because I have a 10 and then a 5. This could very well be saying that for those who've been in a relationship and you're coming back together, that the first half of your relationship was quite nice, quite beautiful. It wasn't until the end when things started to crash down, probably a break in the communication. Again, I'm noticing how there is no interruption in that flow of water. So perhaps before, because I'm seeing on the 10 of Swords, there was. May have been at the halfway point of this relationship. Okay, let's see which, she's got a beautiful rainbow behind her though. Beautiful rainbow, so it's like she's promising you much better days. Look at that, as soon as I said that. Hello, Temperance, thank you. She sends out the Tower. But that's okay because it's landing on the 10 of Swords. So, what does that tell me? It tells me the chances are that however this relationship ended, it seemed abrupt. It hurt. It was painful. It may have come as a surprise, though. Did it really? You know what I mean? On the surface, it may have felt like a surprise, but deep down, were you really surprised? The one thing I know about the Tower is when the Tower comes in, because this is a universal energy. This is not our energy. This is the universe almost forcing our hand. But why? Why would it? Because it's what you asked for, right? Because you asked for something that was deeper, more spiritual. And you weren't getting it at the end. So the universe is just coming in, it's a helping hand. Let's follow. I was just, I want to say that I always get a beautiful card after the Tower, but sometimes I get nervous saying that. I feel like this is about someone's fall from grace also. So I feel like someone may have gotten caught cheating, or something that, where it wasn't just you who then frowned upon them. This could also be you, don't forget that. But I feel like it wasn't just you who recognized this, it was the people around you also. Because I do feel that there was like this feeling of falling from grace. You know, this person on the other end of this card, I'm almost feeling like part of some of the things that they did or said came from their own fears that then got projected onto you. And by the way, don't think you're innocent, because I'm also feeling it going right back too. And I shouldn't say don't think that you're innocent, but this is two people. It's showing me that. Yet one, and I do feel you, really, well, you felt this tower energy. Okay, let's see what came out. Look at that, the Ten of Swords. So we have the Tower on the Ten of Swords again. The Prince of Pentacles. Well, Prince of Pentacles is bringing an offer of stability. Somehow, something within his offer that grounds you. We have the Death card. Card of Scorpio. So I have 4 endings around Temperance. Well, yep. And look at this. This is exactly what I was feeling in the beginning. You know, although this time was horrible, painful, to say the least. It was like the universe is telling you that, you know, your seeds of intention to get sometimes to the top of the mountain, I hate to say that we go through hell, and in a way we do. So we're planting our seeds of intention, right? But we can't plan out every single step. And I feel like, listen, I feel that if you're psychic, I don't know if you even have to be psychic, but I feel like it's almost like you knew this was coming. Yet at the same time, with the Tower here, either it still wasn't enough to move you out of it, and the Tower isn't always about moving us out of something. Sometimes it's about complete destruction in communication. And with Temperance and the 7, you know, this could certainly be building it back up. Like, we just could not communicate. Our communication just went nuts. Temperance says, okay, too many cards in my hand. Then let's let it be for a while. Let's let it be until we can look at these swords and determine why they happened. And only our part in it. This is really quite interesting to get, starting with the Ten of Swords. Having Temperance on top of that, right? And then to have the Tower. The Ten of Swords again. And the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, I'm sorry. And the Death card. All clear endings, right? You know, if this is not a Scorpio for you, then I feel what this is saying is you may have had a choice here. Because the Death card is about transitioning from one period to the next period of our life without putting a lot of resistance up. It's what's best. And sometimes we don't pay attention to this. Tower comes in. And I feel like maybe this is like the opportunity over and over and over to end it for yourself. But you didn't. So it's a surprise. Yet with the Seven of Pentacles, is it really? You know, don't forget, you know, as souls, before we come to Earth, we have a soul plan. And that includes bad things, too. Bad, you know, experiences that make us feel certain things. Sometimes it's karmic. You know, if, let's say in your last life, I don't know, let's just say you're a horrible person, right? Let's say you were, I don't even know, but, you know, I'm thinking like in your last life, and this is just an example, by the way, you know, you were a mother, but you were an abusive mother. You abused your children. This lifetime, your soul can then choose to come in as the abused child. So you get to experience what that felt like. So you have an understanding of both sides. I'm not saying it quite right. But to me, it's a fact. To me, I believe without doubt that we do have these soul contracts, and it is about experiencing different things for our soul. And it's not all about good. If we look at this earth as a classroom, you know, you can do simple mathematics or you can go straight to algebra. You know, that type of thing. Okay, so anyways, whatever was here was meant to end. But it's the opportunity to do it again. If you choose. Alright, I want to go down to the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. I haven't used these cards in a while. So, you know, it's funny because I have a fear, but then I have the solution. And it feels like that simple. Like I have a concern, but now I have the solution. Could we be manifesting that quickly? Maybe, because we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have Temperance here. We have the High Priestess here. But that's what I feel. Like I have a fear over something, whether it is moving, whether it is losing a job, that type of energy. But I feel like what it's saying is there's no, listen, there will be no need to, the fear doesn't need to even be part of this. Because I feel like his ace is also coming in very quickly. You know, and it's following that Ten of Swords. And, you know, we could look, you got two Ten of Swords together. So that could certainly be two people who were equally, you know, not great to each other. Or the communication on both ends got nasty. That type of thing. Anyway, this is about things changing. This is about opportunity coming. This is about abundance. This is in your earthly world, your material world. And the Fool is next. So I feel like the Fool is asking you to jump in on some type of change. And for some of you, this change may be in a new job, or a new home, or a new location. You know, and for others, this could also be the energy of you inviting someone to your home. Let's get a little bit more on that. So the Ace of Pentacles and a Five of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles. You know, I feel like if you just lost a pet, like this bridge is really being shown to me. And it's reminding me of the Rainbow Bridge, you know, from when we lose a pet. I feel like if you've lost a pet, know that they're with you. Know that they're happy. I feel like, you know, roaming around, jumping around, playing, even if they were old, you know, I feel like especially if you had to put them to sleep, if you're feeling any guilt over that, don't. Because I feel like what they're saying is, no, I'm jumping around, I'm playing, I'm chasing wildflowers, like having the time of their life. I see a bunch of those, oh, what are they called? They're weeds that grow in your grass like early spring, and you can blow on them. They're that little, like, white, I'm seeing them everywhere. And like dogs and cats running through, and like, whatever they are, you hold them up and you blow on them. Oh, I can't think of the name. Okay. So, beautiful. I have the King of Cups. So, is this King of Cups the person bringing in this Ace of Pentacles? This would be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Certainly doesn't have to. The King have to be. The King of Cups talks about the ability to love with an open heart. Right? The wounds and the scars of the past don't hold me down anymore. Because this King of Cups is coming after the Ace of Pentacles. You know, I don't know. I feel like also this King of Cups for some of you holds the key to something. And I don't mean like to your heart, but to the key. It holds the key to, you know, some of you may be winning a prize. You may be winning a trip. You could be winning money that takes you on that you then go on a trip. Or you buy a home. All of a sudden, I just feel like this King of Cups holds the key. Let's take one more in him. So much for one more, but look at I have the Six of Swords. Wow. Six of Wands. And the Prince Princess of Swords. Wow. Okay. Well, this just feels like movement, right? Movement. Number one, I want to say you had 2 5s, and now the 6s are overtaking the 5s. And what I mean by that is it's showing me progress right off the bat. Okay, so this King of Cups holds the key to some type of victory. And you know, isn't that funny? This is the victory card. I feel like you're going to be winning something, Aries. The Prince of Swords. Princess. Why do you keep saying the Prince? Looking back at that 6. Looking back at that victory. This may be something, you know, for some of you, this may be something that you're winning that you applied for. You may have forgotten that you even put your name in for something. I definitely feel like she's a sign of communication coming in over this victory. I don't know. I mean, could all of you be winning something? Because it's not really honing in like, oh, it's only for these people or that. This feels very, very open. But again, I have a card of movement, a card of travel across seas. You know, what I love about the 6 of Swords is I'm moving on. You know, I may not have complete clarity. I may not have worked out every issue, but I've worked out enough. I've had enough clarity to move forward. You know, and for a few of you, I feel like you may be going to like a fishing town, like a, what do I mean by that? I mean like Maine, who, you know, they're known for fishing. Like well, even like in New Orleans, you know, where they are, it's just so weird because I feel like may even be like how you win this prize. I don't know why, but I'm getting that motion of like, you know, okay, for a few of you, I feel like why I'm getting that is I feel like this is talking about you and possibly your dad. And I feel like it's talking about a special time in your life where the two of you would go fishing. I feel like you probably lost your dad. Well, you have. But in the same breath, it's about if you haven't gone fishing for, you know, this trip for some of you, maybe helping you to heal. Because I don't know, it's like you're gonna be fishing. But I feel like you're fishing by yourself, or you're being asked to go fishing by yourself, if this is what you and your dad used to do. And I'm saying that because during this time, when you're out fishing, and I'm seeing you alone, I guess you don't have to be, but it's a time when you and your dad are able to reconnect. If you go fishing by yourself, you know, and this is your scenario, and you don't talk to your dad, start talking to him if you want. Okay, that was just like a little quick. But man, I feel like jackpot. All right, let me take one more, but I just want to look at this king again. I want to look just at the King of Cups. I have the Hermit, and I have the Two of Wands. So we're only looking at the King. First thing I want to notice is, look how both of them are looking back at this King. So the Hermit, Major Arcana, card of Virgo. Could certainly be your ninth house energy, your sixth house energy. And the Two of Wands. Preparation to begin a new time, a new path. Not so much a new path, but a new journey, a new adventure. For some of you, this could certainly be you sending healing energy to someone you love to help them heal, and then to bring it back into union. You know, I feel a lot of spirituality right in the beginning of the reading, and this can also be the energy of those who have, let's say, awakened wherever you're at. It's going to be then turning around, because I often feel like when we go into hermit mode, we're going into learn about our own spirituality. For whatever the reason we end up going in, we come out more spiritual if we open ourselves up to that experience. But then I often feel like the hermit's job is then to take that light, a beacon, and shine it on others, to then help them. So you're definitely helping this King. And again, this can be the other way around, because this is about learning how to truly open our hearts completely, so we get the full experience of love. Many of us have never experienced that. We think that we have. But our ego, right? I love that the Hermit is coming out shining on this King. Beautiful. We have new potential. So no matter who this King is, he is either coming back as a great love, or he is issuing out something that you have won. Which seems to come, it just seems like a strange message in the middle of this, yet in a way it doesn't, because next we have the Fool. And I mean, hello, it's sitting on the Six of Wands, card of victory. The Fool. And the Fool is looking back at this Ace of Pentacles. Not thinking twice. Thank you. I'll take it. And starts moving. You know, the Fool is pure. We are the Fool in a tarot reading, right? And the advice of the Fool is to begin whenever we're starting a new journey. It's about not carrying the hardships of the past with us, right? And you know, I feel like, I don't know where it went, but the Four of Swords, again, where you're laying on your own sword. For some of you, that's exactly what you needed to do. It's exactly what the universe has been waiting on. You know, if you're asking for great love, remember that. You're asking for great love. And the universe is happy to give it to you, but how can they give it to someone who doesn't have balance within themselves? That's it. Like attracts like. Remember that. Be the type of person that you want to come to you. That's how you guarantee it. Doesn't mean be foolish, but be like the fool. So the Fool is sitting on top of the card of victory. Victory, which then allows me to move in possibly a new direction. Let's see. I mean, the Fool, I don't feel tied at all with the Fool. I feel I'm free to do whatever I want. You know, all the Fool carries with him is a little knapsack. That knapsack carries the tools that he'll need along this journey, right? Nothing more. All right, so tell us more about the Six of Wands and this beautiful Fool. For a second, I thought he was holding the flower I was talking about. And I know it's a weed. Four of Pentacles. I don't know. I just feel like some of you are moving. You know, could you be winning a house? I feel Lady Luck here. I don't know. I have a feeling the wheel's going to come out before this reading is over. So normally Four of Pentacles is, you know, the energy of holding on to something too tightly. Normally within our material world, can even be that feeling of feeling restricted, right? Nine of Wands. Wow. This is about determination. This is about not giving up. And listen, the Nine of Wands is also facing back at that Ace of Pentacles. Almost like saying, I knew it was coming. I knew it. I just needed to have that determination. This is the energy truly of not giving up. This is the energy of looking at our past and seeing how we have grown from it. Not shrunk, but grown. This is understanding your past and knowing that after some hard journeys that you can truly get through anything. This is also the energy of not giving up because it's so close. So something so close. We have the Devil, card of Capricorn. Let me line these up right. We have the Princess of Wands. And we have Justice, card of Libra. Justice comes in when fairness needs to enter into your life. When your life has been off balance for whatever the reason. Usually, you know, I hate to say we had no part of it. We always have a part. We always have a part. Even turning down that wrong road. you know, and, well, I don't want to go into that because I know a lot of people argue with me, but your intuition is always singing. Remember that. Okay. Again, I'm definitely feeling that energy of restriction. But then the freedom, the I'm restricted, and then I'm like set free. I mean, that sounds like you went to jail and then you got set free. And hey, with justice here, that could have certainly happened. And by the way, Nine of Swords looks a little like a jail cell. But he's like on the outside looking in. Okay. What was I was looking at the Fool and the Six of Wands. So the Fool's now sitting above the Devil. And, you know, if it's not a Taurus for you, it's the energy of, I say Taurus, I'm sorry, Capricorn. Could be Taurus, but, again, you know, just like the Lovers here, I'm feeling bound. Yet the Fool seems to be freeing you of that feeling, if nothing else, the feeling. Because the Prince of Wands is following that. The Princess of Wands, listen, she is about adventure. There is no holding her back, right? A lot of times I feel within the Princess of Wands, like, I'd rather take a hit than sit back and do nothing. And I have to say, for a few of you, I feel like the time period, and I guess I mean planetary action, is energizing you. You are being filled with more energy. For purpose, though. So it feels like with the Fool and the Six of Wands is here for right now, is about that feeling of freedom. The bonds being released. Doesn't mean that if you're a twin flame that our relationship goes away. No, it's the negative part of that where like you that makes sense. It's like the chains are going to fall. The chains are going to fall off of you. And just one more thing, you know, with justice here again, you know, for some of you, it could be a court case because you could certainly have, like, been arrested and put in jail and then be out on a bond, or that type of thing. But again, with justice, I also feel some of you are winning. You're winning this month. April, you're winning. And for that, I do want to say April. Like, well, from this point on, within the month of April, you should have your winning, whatever it is. Okay, now, I'm sure not everyone's going to be winning something. And it doesn't have to be large. It can be anything. But what it is it feels like somehow it's giving you freedom. Okay, let's look at the last card, which is the King of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Beautiful. So this Ace of Swords is coming out on your energy. This is truth. This is clarity. It feels like it's everything right now. Like, it's everything. And by the way, look at that. They're going to the top of the mountain. I'm noticing a lot of jewels. So the Two of Pentacles. And I have the Princess of Pentacles. So there is an offer that's coming. Something's coming to you where you do have to make a decision, right? This is the energy of having a lot of things going on, yet still having to make a decision. But this tells you that you can easily make this decision. It's about, you know, sometimes I feel like within the Two of Pentacles, it's like the answer is right there. And if you can't find it, write it down. Like, write pros and cons regarding this decision you have to make. I don't feel like there's a wrong way, again. So, something's coming, right? Or someone. That then has you in decision mode. But what feels like what's happening is a truth is coming to a surface, right? Clarity is coming to you. And with this new found truth, you have to make a decision of going one way or going another. There is something being offered to you. You know, for some, this could be an earth sign coming back into your life, or someone brand new coming into your life who could be an earth sign. With the Ten of Wands, Judgment, wow, and the Hierophant, wow. So two major arcanas with that, over the Ten of Wands. This could be a marriage proposal. This could really be meeting the one. You know, if this isn't someone coming back for you, it feels like this could be the energy of meeting the one. The right one. Shouldn't say the right one. Meeting the one that your heart truly desires. That type of energy. You know, maybe that's why Temperance came out early. Reminding us that like attracts like. We cannot forget that. That's the one thing we have to remember. Like attracts like. If we want a special love, then we got to be a special person ourselves. To the best of our ability. And I just have to say, you know, if you've been in jail, I feel like you're being set free. It does feel like you're being set free from some type of bondage. I want to take a couple more on that. And by the way, now that I have the Hierophant, now I can say Taurus. Okay, that's way too many. Okay. Let's move on. And we still have our beautiful Ace of Cups. So let's clarify that now. And you know, the Ace of Cups is really the feeding energy of this spread because it was the last card to come out. So it really is, we can look at it as your outcome, that type of thing. But I feel like it's the energy that's feeding everything else, which is kind of beautiful. We have the Three of Pentacles. Hello, Two of Cups. So we have the Two of Cups twice now. The World. And the Ace of Wands. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace. We have all the aces. Every ace came out for you. You want to talk about starting a new chapter in your life. You know, let's not kid ourselves that this has been easy getting to this point. It hasn't. And it shows that within this. But it's what's made you who you are. So we have the Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups on that. You know, some of you need to look no further than your backyard, than your job. Where you hang out. I don't feel like I'm talking about a bar though. Like maybe where I go get my coffee every day. It's clear to me that this is new for some of you. Yet at the same time, I feel you may recognize the person. Because I feel like this person has been in your atmosphere. But now they're coming forward. Or, hello Aries. You know, Aries, you are the go-getter of the zodiac. You are the leader. You're even the rescuer in my eyes. You know, if you need help, who do you call? Not Ghostbusters. You call an Aries. If you are stuck and let's say you've been isolating yourself, who's the best to get you out of that energy? An Aries. You have beautiful purpose. But sometimes you can't get out of your own way. And I'm sorry, but that just came out. And I don't know why, because well, it's not that you don't get out of your, well, yeah, okay, it is. So let me told you, sometimes you don't get out of your own way. I feel for a few of you, this is, what that energy is talking about is there may be someone that you have a crush on. You've had your eye on. And you have not asked them out. And maybe this is telling you to simply ask them out for a cup of coffee. Start small. Or they may be asking you out for a cup of coffee. If you get asked out for a cup of coffee in the month of April from someone who's been in your atmosphere, please go. Please say yes. Because I'm reminded up here how there's a chance that you may say no to this new adventure, which is your choice. But I don't want you to here. I want you to say yes. Yes, yes, yes. Because this energy then changes your life. starts a new chapter, the best chapter. This is a very balanced time. It's a very spiritual time. Look at that. I feel like it's the same. Please say yes. Okay, I do want to take more. I feel like I need to show the ace. Alright, I'm going to look, I'm going to look at the 2 cups. The 2 cups by itself, please. 2 cup by itself. 2 cups by itself. Well, all I can say is Holy Pentacles. I have the Empress. Look at that, the 10 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. So some of you, this person is at your work. You know, doesn't mean you have to work for a company. You can work for yourself, and they could be your, you know, someone who delivers your mail. Someone who delivers your water. You deliver water to them. Remember that. It's not, you don't always have to work with the person, but you're meeting them in your work atmosphere. Let's put it that way. 6 of Pentacles. Oh my God, there's so many pentacles here. I mean, just hello, abundance. I feel like with the Empress here, it's talking about you and this person, and I feel like it's talking about your creativity, but I also feel like it's talking about their creativity, and for some reason that's important. You may do the same thing in life, like you may have the same type of job. For some of you, you may work at a nonprofit. You know, you could certainly be helping others to gain home ownership. You can certainly work in finances. But that doesn't all matter, right? Because what matters here is that this 2 of Cups, this energy, again, this new energy, and, you know, it can be someone from the past, but right now, I definitely feel like this person is new, though I say they're new. They're going to be new as a lover. You may not know them, but you'll quickly find out that they are somehow tied to your work. And it feels kind of beautiful because, you know, and I felt this energy not too long ago where you could easily, like, decide to go into not just a love relationship, but a business relationship. And I feel like if that's the case for you, what you do is something that you truly, truly love. Though I don't feel like it comes easy, or no, it comes easy. But there's a lot of, it could put burdens on you, but you feel capable of being able to deal with them. Nonetheless, you love what you do. And I feel like this person loves what they do. So there is that possibility of a partnership. You know, it could start as a partnership and then turn into love. But man, there are pentacles everywhere around him. Now, you know, we're talking about this person. and how this person is going to come into our life. And, you know, for some of you, it's funny, I said earlier something about your back door, like out your backyard or out your back door or something. Because I'm feeling that energy here, like this could even be someone, this could be a neighbor, someone who's in your neighborhood. This person could have lost their partner. You know, they may be a widow or widower. Well, for some of you, they will be. And I feel like I'm talking more about within the neighborhood. Now, that could mean that you meet someone like at your neighborhood store, or while you're out walking, out riding your bike. And again, there's like attracting like, so you may be out walking and then they go out walking. You may ride your bike at like 6 o'clock every evening, and all of a sudden there's a new person who's riding their bike that you seem to run across. It's not accident. This is not stalker energy, by the way. So if you're thinking that, it's not stalker type energy. I don't even know that they end up going out because of you. Like, I don't know if it's like they see you walking every day. And because I feel like someone is finally getting the guts to take it to ask someone out. Whether it's you asking someone or they asking you, it feels like it's taking a lot of guts for them to do it. They're impressed by you. And you may feel a little intimidating to them right now. But I feel like that'll go away quickly. Anyway, someone's going out of their comfort zone for you. But this is definitely tied within either around your neighborhood or within your work. Some of you may work from home. How's that going to play out? I feel like this is also saying, for some of you that, you know, thumbs up from your mom, thumbs up. Like, they will give you the thumbs up on this person. Perhaps even sent by your mom. It's moving you into the Ace, or to the 10 of Pentacles. So this is abundance without a doubt. This is not having to worry about my finances so much, right? But this is also abundance of peace of mind, of not having to worry so much. You know, I'm starting to get into my head here, and I don't want to do that. So you're ending in this 10 of Pentacles. It's funny, and I have this full. Sitting here right in the middle. Again, looking back at that Ace of Pentacles. This Ace of Pentacles is very important in this reading because it's really what's ushering everything in. And I even want to go back up here for a second for those who have someone that's returning, you're returning to them, or a renewal of a relationship. Let's put it that way. Because you don't always have to be like split up and not living in the same home. Sometimes you could be living in the same home and be completely separate, right? This is about the coming back together. But understanding, looking at all perspectives so that I truly have understanding over this. April feels like a great month. Okay. Quite interesting, Aries. Quite interesting. All right, we're going to do final clarification. And you know what? I'm just going to take all these up and Let's go ahead and do final clarification with, I'll go down, the moon stayed out by itself. So I feel like there's a lot coming to the surface this month for you. Like whatever was hidden before is now revealed. Remember, you have 4 aces. You know, what does that mean within a month? And well, it means you have the potential for anything and everything. It's going to be a good month. All right, crystal vision, final clarification. Crystal vision, final clarification. This is for April 2018. I don't think I ever said what day, did I? Or month. April 2018. Please don't, you know, for some of you, it could already be happening. That's why I don't want you to think just April. There are some things, though. I feel like those are winning something. You're definitely winning it in the month of April, no doubt, in my mind. And I would love you to come back and tell us what you won. I mean, it could be $5, it could be $5 million bucks. You know, it could be a boat, it could be a house. I kind of feel like you already put your name in there for something, though. You could certainly try, you know, like buy yourself a scratch ticket. And I'm not, you know, I'm not telling you go out and gamble. Please don't do that. Because I kind of feel like you've already, your name, your chance to win has already been put in. You know, you could win something small. Yet, know that if you do, that's also a message to you. You could win something small just to help, like, flick a switch to show you that you can. What do you mean that you can? Okay. So if you win something small, or some type of surprise comes to you that in some way is going to better your material world, even if it's small, understand that that is the beginning. Okay, that is the beginning. Well, so I feel like you're moving into a lucky time. Look at that, the King of Cups sitting there by himself. It's almost like he's saying, "Don't leave me out of it." Okay, I'll bring you in. Okay, final clarification. Final clarification for Aries, April 2018, Master Year 11. Oh, look at that. We have the 6 of Wands. Again, victory, 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 victory. Victory. The 3 of Swords. Look at that, a 3 of Wands. You're getting a lot of double numbers here. You had double 6s, you had double 5s, you had double 2s, and now you have double 3s. Page of Wands. And the 2 of Cups again. So really it should go like this. You know, the King of Cups and the 3 of Swords mirroring each other. This King of Cups, again, could be someone, king or queen, by the way, coming back in, but coming back in with an open heart now, right? Because you have victory over this broken heart, victory over even the purpose of it, and the ability to really come with your best self. It looks to me like I am letting some things go out of my life. And it's almost like when you find that newfound optimism, you know, this doesn't mean that you are moving on it yet. But your energy is changing. You're becoming very positive. You're believing in miracles. You're not set, you know, be careful of your affirmations. You know, I am abundant, not I am unlucky. Nope. Universe, that didn't come for me. Nope. Don't say that. Even if you feel like it's not true, train your brain. Train it. You control that brain. Anyways, this is about optimism entering back in again. It's like she's got that crystal ball in her hand and it just comes alive. She may have looked at that ball a million times, but this time it is filling her with energy. It's given her the ability to let go and trust within the universe. It is through my optimism that this Two of Cups comes through. Positive thinking. Positive thinking. The opposite of that. So even if my heart is aching, there are things that I can see if I allow myself that can still put me within this Three of Wands. So I can still have heartache in my heart. But if I'm understanding it, the purpose of it, whatever the reason, doesn't mean I live within that space. I mean, I know this energy too. You know, this, you know, after losing my son, this is the type of energy that will probably never, ever go away. Right? But it doesn't mean that you're meant to then just plant your feet and not move. You have to keep living life. I'm finding this out. Sometimes even when you don't want to. But this is showing you that when you allow yourself that, when you allow yourself to start thinking, even small actions of being positive, optimistic, that it will change things around for you. So even if you have to carry this around, it can be there, but it doesn't have to be front and center. If this is previous love, this is new love. But this is soulmate love. And for some of you, you know, who are in this Three of Swords over someone who, let's say, is a free will choice, right? Just a free will decision that you made. You know, maybe you're feeling lonely and you found yourself in a relationship with this person. I feel, I mean, there's just a bunch of stuff that came to me, but I don't think I should, okay, well, anyway, so you still control this to a point. How can that be, right? How can I control sadness? I have to make a conscious effort in the beginning. I If I watch a lot of TV, I make myself watch comedies. If I listen to a lot of music, I make sure I listen to things with a high beat, with a fast beat. There's a certain beat. Oh my God, I used to know this. You know, being in fitness. What the heck? Anyway, there's a certain beat that we would turn on in the exercise studio part to get people's heart rate going. Just to move them from one energy to a different energy. One energy to another energy. So it's not that this has to completely go, because for some of you it just never will. For me, it never will. Right? But life keeps going. And just knowing that. Again, this is changing my thoughts. I don't even know how they came now. I feel like they came like that. And I'm just going to say, for those who may have like this water sign coming back, and I don't want to just say water, you know, but the King of Cups is representing, you know, love this month for us. This person alone their energy may start to seep in and start to build that optimism for you. But I feel like it's just saying, you know, allow yourself to go with the flow. Because here I'm stopped and here I'm going to go. Here, I don't know. Here, it's an absolute yes. I still don't know what lies ahead. But I'm going to stay optimistic about it. Two of Cups. Alright, so I know it's like we're doing another reading, but we're not going to. We're just going to do, I'm just going to do like 3 cards right across this spread. Okay, that's way too many. Jeez, what's so many cards? Alright, I'm just going to take them. So we have the Tower. So there is the Tower twice. Justice, hello. Libra twice. Page of Pentacles twice. Hello, 10 of Cups. 6 of Swords 3 times. Queen of Cups. I think this is the first time for the Queen, but now we have the Queen and the King. We had the Empress earlier, so that's just, you know, that's the higher self. So I love how we have the Tower, and then we go into the 10 of Cups. And the Tower with Justice right next to it. So she's saying, trust me, baby. Trust me. I know it felt like destruction. I know it felt unbelievably hard. Trust in me. There was no balance here. There was no future in the way that you were going here. This is a blessing that may feel like a curse, but only for a short period of time. It doesn't even have to feel like a curse if you understand it. Many times we can stop it before it comes. I mean, that's what Tarot is about. Looking at the energy and knowing this is changeable energy. Always changeable. But bam. Opportunity again, right? So it's kind of just showing it again. But this time, instead of the 10 of Pentacles, we're going into the 10 of Cups. How gorgeous. Why? Because I set down those swords, baby. I was tired of carrying them around. They weren't serving me. I'm learning my way. I'm learning how energy works. I'm learning I don't need to hang on to these things. It's my ego. It's my insecurities that hold me back. But it's my spirit and my intuition that takes me forward. You know, I feel like saying to you, Aries, for the month of April, don't give a shit. Like, just don't give a shit. That's the kind of energy I feel like. Like, if someone came up to me with their problems, and I don't mean, like, they're not asking for help, but I mean, if somebody tried to start drama with you this month, I feel like you're just going to be like, no, drama doesn't fit in my life. Not any longer. Nope. Take it elsewhere. I mean, your back is to it. Queen and King of Cups. This is the ultimate partnership when it comes to love. My God, couldn't this be the most beautiful, loving relationship you've ever had? You just got to be open to it. You got to be the Fool this month. Be the Fool. You know, and clearly for some of you, this is the King of Cups that's coming back with the Tower on top of that. I don't know, Aries. I think I'm going to leave it there. We do have the Libra full moon coming up on the 31st. And perhaps that is when the energy shifts for you. You know, let go of what you need to let go of before the full moon, right? You guys hate it when I say right. I say right too much. I hate when I say it. I do feel like that before the full moon. You know, some of you may do rituals. If you don't and always wanted to, this is the month. Like, look up how you actually do a ritual for a full moon. I really think you should do it. Like, if you've never, and it's so simple, like, just write things down. But you can even look it up. Like, what exactly do I have to do? Some people will write it down and then burn it, and go outside and burn it under the full moon. You don't have to do that. Sometimes I've done that, but I've done it in the sink. You know, if it's in the middle of winter, it's pouring out rain, something like that. Just do it in the house. But I don't want you doing it in the house. I don't know. Because again, I mean, I'm looking at that tower, and then bam, justice. The tower wants us to let go of things that aren't serving us, right? So this definitely feels like a little bit of a full moon ritual. What could it hurt, right? But man, it feels like it could really help. All right, I'm going to leave this be. What a beautiful, beautiful reading for you guys. There is love, pure love. There is definitely opportunities, and there is abundance. I feel like abundance for all, but you got to be proactive, right? You got to be proactive in your life. I don't feel like a big sum of money is just going to come from the sky. But you never know. All right, guys. I love you so much. Wow. You're the first reading of the month, and I hope everyone has the same luck that you have, because you're on fire this month, Aries. Good for you. quite beautiful. This is not the month to sit back by any means. I don't think you could anyways. I feel like you're going to be fed a lot of energy to help you through the month of April. Happy Easter to those who celebrate. And I don't know, just have a beautiful, beautiful April. Thank you for hanging in there with me, guys. Thank you for the subscribes. I love it. I just love it. I know that I'm doing the right thing. You know, like, I know I'm on my right path, and I'm just so thrilled to have all you, and I'm really getting to know you all. You know, just through your energy alone, through your comments, but also through the energy. I mean, who knows? One day I may be calling you all by name. But I love you guys. I thank you so much for your donations at this time. There's never been a better time for a donation. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And just keep up the good work, Aries. Keep it up. I can feel you evolving. You're evolving as a soul. Keep going. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.